welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and this is Richard. I am not my cheerful self right at the moment, and I apologize for that, but if you last long enough, you watch this video long enough, you'll understand why. Alrighty, so today is Friday. I have no idea what the date is, but I'm going to run through my day real quick for you. So we'll jump to around 3 o'clock. I left the house, went and picked up one of my students and went to the dojo and had class. I wasn't really in a good mood. I just didn't feel right. I just kind of assumed I was just in a crappy mood, more mentally than physically. So, you know, it just wasn't really a good class for me. But class was over. I dropped my student back off at home. Then I drove to the house. So I came back home and I started doing some dishes. So I did some dishes and still not really feeling well, and not physically. It was I don't know, I kind of perceived it more as just mentally. I was just felt drained and just didn't feel right. So that's how I perceived it. So I stopped doing dishes, went into the bedroom, and I'm standing there. I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing there. And then all of a sudden, this fog just, it hit me. I couldn't see right. It was like looking through fog. I felt weird. I got a little dizzy, and then this weight hit me on my shoulders. I mean, it felt like if you were to take like a jacket and fill it with lead weights and then drop it on and put it on and just, you know, this pressure pushed down on my shoulders. I got really dizzy. Both of my arms just started shaking like this, uncontrollably. And then the pressure went from my shoulders into my chest. And I kind of lost more balance and I caught myself. Michelle started freaking out. Had me lay down. So I laid down, and she was deathly afraid that I was having a heart attack. It was just like pressure right in here. There was this pressure that was right here, but it started in my shoulders, and it just kind of went, you know, down into my chest. And I'd never felt anything like that before. It was just weird. It was just this, like, oh yeah. So anyway, she was really concerned I was having a heart attack. I have never had a heart attack, so I didn't know what one felt like. And to be totally honest, you know, I wouldn't have been surprised. You know, I wasn't feeling well all day, like I said. So anyway, she wants me to go to the hospital at this point. So I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, you know, I'll do that. I laid there, and so we're getting ready to go to the hospital. I get up and immediately fall forward, and just boom, just fall forward. I didn't pass out. I just fell forward. I stayed there for a few seconds. Dizziness, that fog, the pressure. My hands, my arms had stopped shaking at that point. Now my left one was doing this. My left one was still shaking like this. Now that occurs when I have episodes on occasion, but it just felt different. So anyway, we get in the van. She drives me to the hospital, and we have myself checked out. Now, it wasn't a heart attack. They're not sure what it was, but it was not a heart attack. Now, I have these all over my body, right here, from when I was in the hospital doing all that They did x-rays and electrical things and all sorts of blood draws and this, that, and the other. You know, I did a bunch of stuff. I don't feel bad right now. I do have a little bit of a headache, and you know, I seem to be a little unbalanced every once in a while, but I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all right now. I thought maybe it had something to do with my blood pressure because of being, you know, wobbly and all that kind of sort of stuff. I have no idea. So anyway, I have to go to the VA and have them check me out because the emergency room here in town ruled out heart attack. It was not a heart attack. They said there's nothing wrong with my heart. It was not a heart attack, but they have no clue what it is. So they suggested I go to my doctor, and my doctor happens to be the VA. So I'm going to have to go to the VA and have it looked at. Now, I'm not super concerned right now because I feel fine at this point. I mean, before I felt like crap, but right now I feel okay. Now I understand, you know, it may sneak up on me, but you know, what are you going to do? When it's my time, it's my time. So, I don't know. All I can say is that I feel fine right now. I plan on keeping and maintaining my usual life at this point, unless, you know, when I do make it to the VA, unless they say something different, you know, I'm going to consider this just a fluke thing. I have no idea. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is that if any of you out there have had similar symptoms and had it figured out what it was, I would like to know what it was for you, because it could be the same thing for me. I'm just really curious about what it is. I mean, I take heart medication, I take blood pressure medication. I mean, I'm on all kinds of crap at this point. But I'm just curious whether the symptoms that I described was anything that any of you have ever had, and if so, what was it for you? So again, thank you for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and I do apologize for not being my cheerful self today, but as a matter of fact, you know, I just got out of the hospital. So thank you for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.